Have you been thinking about launching templates for ages, but you just feel too overwhelmed to get started? Maybe you are afraid of doing something wrong or not making any sales, or even you might be scared of this really working and being really successful. A few years ago, I was working full-time for the NHS in the emergency department, and all I could dream about was being able to have more freedom, more options, so I could have time to learn new things and spend time with friends and have extra money to invest, to travel, and just do fun things. But my reality was just one source of income, have to work really long and extra hours just to make ends meet. And I was just looking for options. I was just trying to find ways, but I was just so tired and burned out that I couldn't even think about anything. But deep inside, I also knew that if I didn't change anything, that situation would stay like even longer. And especially living abroad, I am planning to have kids as well. I knew that was the time to really go all in into my goals, into my dreams, and that's exactly what I did. So the first thing that I did was to look for options. What was the side hustles that were out there and that I was interested in? And that's when I discovered the possibility of selling Notion templates, and it blew my mind because I was obsessed with Notion. I was already using Notion in my personal life and I was loving it, and when that was a possibility, I just got super excited. That's how I started my digital product business, and so far I have made over 7,000 Notion template sales. I have hundreds of students in my programs. I make money from different sources of income. YouTube is one of them. And I've been able to quit my job, move to a beach town, and just have the time freedom and the options that I always wanted to. Recently, I got this question from a new subscriber in my newsletter, the Freedom Club, and he asked, what would I do if I had to start from scratch? I decided to break this down into 5 phases, and starting from absolutely scratch. At the end, I'm going to share with you a strategy to increase the perception of value of your templates, so it's not just a template. If I had to start a digital product business from scratch today, that's exactly what I would do. The first step for me would be to solve my own problems. I would have a look at my life and just see what is bothering me, what is something that I am struggling with, and how can I solve that for myself? And maybe if that works, I can also sell it to other people. Because if you notice, a lot of entrepreneurs, they solve something in their personal lives first, and that eventually can become a product. One of my business mentors, for example, her name is Michelle Raw, and her first digital product that went viral, it was a life binder that she created for herself. She was trying to get her own life together, and then she put that on Etsy and it went viral. The way that I see it as well is that this is somehow linked to our purpose as well, because you come to this earth with a big challenge to solve, and if you manage to solve that, there's so many other people out there struggling with that same problem, so it kind of like become your responsibility, your mission to share that with others, and obviously you're gonna get paid for it. So I would start by solving one of my problems, and that's exactly what I've done as well, because when I started creating templates, my first bestseller was actually a template that I created to solve a problem that I was having, because I was working full time. I was trying to build a business, but I had no idea what this business could be. So I was taking a business qualification and I was organizing everything, guess what, in Notion. So I had all these pages, it was all over the place, and every time that I sat down to study, I couldn't find like where that training was, that link was, and okay, I have an idea for the business, now where do I put this? So I actually created this hub that included my personal life, my studies, and my business all in one template, and I put that on Etsy and it became a bestseller. It went kind of viral, and that was the first time that I got momentum in the business. It was because of that template that I actually created for myself. Step number 2 here on my list would be to research and understand the problem very deeply. So I would look at a problem that I have in my life, and I would also have a look, okay, what other people have created to solve that, because it's very likely someone already tried something. So I would look in Facebook groups, communities, Reddit, Quora, forums, and find a community of people that are struggling with this problem as well, and maybe connect with other people and really understand the problem. What is really frustrating for them about this problem? What have they already tried but it didn't work? Just like that quote from Einstein, if I had an hour to solve a problem, I would spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about the solutions. Step number 3 would be to validate this idea using a market research tool. And my favorite tool for that case is Everbee, because you can actually see the data over time. You can see what's actually selling, what people are paying for, what people are leaving reviews. You can analyze the keywords behind it. What are the words that they are using to find that solution? If you don't have it yet, you can try the Everbee extension, because that allows you to see how many people are searching for that keyword, if there is a higher demand. If you want to check Everbee today and start diving deep into your market research and get validation before you even create, just go and click in the link in the description and get started today. Step number 4 is that I would create and document my journey. If you are like me, this is going to be probably your favorite part of the process, where you sit down, where you bring your ideas to life, where you create the template, you create the designs, you just create something that you wish existed. But something that I would do differently today that I didn't do back then was to document my process in more detail, share with people, and start creating content way earlier before I felt ready. Even if I didn't want to show my face or my voice, I would still make the videos and document the process, what I was working on behind the scenes and all of those things. Even if I didn't post it, I would still do it, because this is something that I regret not doing it earlier. Step number 5 would be to use the reference value strategy to increase the perception of value of your templates. When you create just one template and you position that to sell, in your mind, you already set a value for that. But when you create a lot of templates and resources in that specific niche, let's say you are creating something for course creators. So instead of just giving, oh, this is a template to organize all your online courses, you are actually giving them a template for organizing the courses, the content, the launch plan, the marketing, the content lessons, the slides, the sales page. You are creating all these resources that, yes, you can sell them separately, but when you bundle them all together, it has a much higher perception of value, and you can also sell it for a higher price, because people will see that as a better deal, because it actually is. It needs to be a good deal, because they will do like a quick math. Let's say if one of your templates is $20, but this bundle is $30 or $40, but it has all these resources, which one do you think it has a higher perception of value? Once I had this bundle ready, I would create a simple sales page, nothing crazy, just detailing what do they get once they access this bundle, what is the transformation benefits that they get after using this, where are they before using it, where are they after, because the truth is no one wants to buy a digital product, a course, or a template. They are buying something because they want a specific result, and if you don't make this very clear on your sales page or on your product, it just makes it harder for people to understand what is the value and pay for it. If you have the idea and the skills, and sometimes you even have the template ready, why haven't you launched it yet? What is the thing that is holding you back from putting this template into the world, into the hands of other people that need it? Because guess what? I've seen all of those fears. They are super common, because I've been there myself, but I also helped other students overcome that. Days is one of my students, for example. She's a filmmaker, and when she came to the academy, she didn't have anything. She started her Etsy shop, she started making sales there, and she was super afraid of putting herself out there, posting content, creating content, and promoting her products. But she started it anyway. She faced the fears slowly. She started faceless, and not long ago, she messaged me saying that she was on holiday for over a month and her templates were selling consistently, and she even got a bestseller badge because she was getting 5-star reviews and really good comments about her templates and how they were helping other people. Another student of mine is Maria. She works a 9 to 5. She has a corporate job and she created Notion systems for small teams. And now she hosts workshops. She has templates. She has different lifestyle products. And she even created her signature course with her framework. So if you are someone ready to start taking small steps, even if you don't have a lot of time in your hands, even if you feel overwhelmed, you just make the decision and start taking small steps towards that thing that you want, having a fully fledged business, starting creating a solid income stream with your knowledge, with your systems, and also helping other people as well. So how would I start? I would start by solving my own problems. I would understand that problem very deeply. I would start creating a lot of templates, solving that specific problem. Then I would bundle these templates into an irresistible bundle and I would promote that on social media, find different ways to show how that is helping, use that myself, document it and share with people. I know you might be thinking that it needs to be perfect, it needs to be polished, it needs to be the best template out there to start, but you don't. You just need to get started first and then you improve, because you cannot improve an idea, you cannot improve on just something that is on your mind. You need to bring it to reality first and then you make it better. If you are a freedom creator, you are an action taker, you really want to implement this as soon as possible, I have a simple step-by-step for you. The first thing, if you don't know your niche yet, is to go into the description and download my free Notion template to find your niche in 20 minutes. This is an exclusive resource that I only give to my students inside the Passive Income Academy, and I'm gonna be giving that to you so you can find your niche idea and get over that stage. Step 2, you're gonna pick an idea, pick the one that you feel the most excited about, and that is gonna solve a problem for you as well. Then you're going to finally start creating the template and take that as an opportunity to start recording some videos, set your phone in a time lapse and just record yourself creating this thing. And most importantly, allow yourself to be a beginner, because it's not going to be perfect, it doesn't need to be polished. Just focus on the solution and the transformation that you want to give it to people. Then you're going to hit publish and you're going to submit this template into the Notion marketplace and you're going to celebrate. Please do not skip that, no matter the outcomes. Always celebrate the effort and the actions that you took despite of the fear. A bonus action step here is to create an early bird discount and start sharing with people. Don't want to do this alone? I have 2 options for you. The first option is to join the Passive Income Academy with Notion and follow the step-by-step to launch your template. And if you ever get stuck, I can go there and support you. Option 2 is that you can book a power hour with me and we can map out exactly how this plan could look like specifically for you. Your skills, your creativity, your ideas, they are needed in this world, and trust me, you are ready. So take the first step right now as soon as you finish watching this video, and I can't wait to see what you're gonna create. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!